If you tuned into the Maryland High Point game over the weekend, you may have noticed an attackman wearing number 1 and thought, wait a sec, is Jared Bernhardt back? Nope, that was Logan Wisnauskas, and he looked more than worthy to be wearing Bernhardt's old number. You see, wearing the number 1 means something if you're wearing it for Maryland Lacrosse. I'm Kevin Boylard, and in this video, I'm going to break down the history of this sacred jersey number at College Park, then explain why Wisnauskas will likely live up to, if not exceed, this legacy in 2022. The tradition dates back to the mid-1990s, when Andrew Whipple became the first of 8 straight Maryland lacrosse players to wear number 1 and become a USILA All-American. After Whipple, Mike Mollett had the number for 5 years, the last of which, 2003, he served as a team captain. At the time, Joe Walters, who would go on to become a Maryland lacrosse legend, was only a freshman. Walters was the first to switch to number 1 as the standout attackman decided to take the number his sophomore season after Mollett had graduated. Walters, who played for Whipple's father in high school, called it a dream come true to wear the number 1 he rocked for the next 3 seasons at Maryland and beyond into his pro career. Then, in 2007, there was one season where no one wore number 1 at Maryland. But in 2008, the single digit returned on the back of Grant Catalino, a physical specimen who immediately put it back in the spotlight. After 4 years of Catalino, the number made a seamless transition to Mike Chanenchuk, a Princeton transfer who wore it for the next 3 years. Each of these dudes played a major role in building this legacy, but the tradition would reach a new level of prestige with Matt Rambo. After wearing number 15 as a freshman in 2014, Rambo followed in Walters' footsteps and switched to number 1 as a sophomore. Eventually, he'd go on to win the Tewaaraton and end Maryland's 42-year national title drought as a senior. The following year, senior Connor Kelly, realizing the importance of the tradition, switched his number from 40 to 1 and served as a team captain. Kelly even has a section for his jersey switch in his bio on Maryland's official website. Wearing the number 1 is truly an honor, Kelly said back in 2018. All the players that wore this number before me embodied what it meant to be a leader and represented the university and sport of lacrosse with genuine class. Being able to wear this number is a tradition much bigger than me alone, so it is a privilege to represent all who came before me in this great program. From there, the number was passed on to Jared Bernhardt. Bernhardt would go on to win the Tewaaraton Award and break Maryland's all-time scoring record while wearing the number 1. Now the number belongs to 5th-year senior Logan Wisnauskas. The last guy to wear it was literally the best player in college lacrosse, so many assumed the shoes left behind by Bernhardt would be impossibly large to fill. But are they really? Since Walters took over the number in 2004, Maryland players wearing 1 have averaged 60.4 points per season, not including the COVID-shortened 2020 season. Wisnauskas has already surpassed that average twice in his career, tallying a career-high 79 points in 2019 and 72 points in 2021. Wisnauskas also scored more points than Bernhardt 2 years in a row before last season, so you might be surprised to learn that Wisnauskas actually has a better career points per game average than Bernhardt. We think of Wisnauskas playing the second fiddle because of Bernhardt's explosion last season, but there's a good chance we'll view him in a much different light after this season. Heading into the season, Wisnauskas only needed 20 points to match Rambo's career total. If he notches 54 points this season, he will break Bernhardt's all-time record. And he's off to a pretty good start after scoring 8 points in the first game of the season. Wisnauskas may never touch Bernhardt's career goals record, but this is a dude who's closing in on 100 career assists. He may not be the do-it-yourself playmaker Bernhardt was last season, but he can definitely spread the ball around and make each of his teammates better. Ultimately, that's what Maryland needs. The Terps have played in 6 of the last 7 championship weekends, and they've only brought home the title once over that span. Last year, they fell to Virginia by just 1 goal in the national championship, and that was Maryland's only loss of the season. If Wisnauskas can take the Terrapins back to the top of the mountain, a sight they haven't seen since 2017, then he will go down with the Walters, the Rambos, and the Bernhardts as one of the best to ever wear number 1 for Maryland lacrosse. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know in the comments section what other storylines you'd like to see me cover. Stay tuned for my weekly power rankings and make sure you like and subscribe. Now get off your screen and get on the wall. Peace.